So I wanted to make a little update on some topicals that I've been using. One I just started using again, which is kojic acid, like in the shower. I had stopped for a couple months actually, but since I've been using the semi-permanents, I've only been using that. So I didn't want basically me using kojic acid, so, and then also semi-permanents. Like obviously those two would work together, so I wouldn't really be able to tell what all the semi-permanents can do. But as of last night, I got back into it. I made my own homemade kojic acid body wash, and holy crap, y'all. Holy crap, it is amazing. So I took a shower last night, I used it, and then this morning I got back into the shower, used it again. I kept it on my skin for like 6 to 8 minutes. Like I listened to like a couple songs. Usually I just like listen to like one song, so it's like 3 minutes and then I rinse. But I kept it on longer. And then later tonight I'm gonna take another shower and use it again. So I'm gonna probably just double up and do that for the next couple weeks or so. But holy crap. I just, not using kojic acid for a while and then going back to it, it's like coming home, like, oh, why did I ever stop? So, you know, you guys know, like using kojic acid, like it's more of a chemical type of exfoliator. So it's like you're not really going to see your skin like really peel or anything as if you were to use something else like lactic acid perhaps, or glycolic, but you will, like the cell turnover is great for it. Getting back into kojic acid just in general is amazing, and I just love making like the body wash because I wanted it to be potent. I wanted it to be stronger, and I don't know, I just have a thing for body washes. So on Patreon I have the recipe and the video of what to do, how to mix your own kojic acid powder, make it active, how to basically measure it out depending on what percentage you want your body wash to be, if you want it 1%, 2%, whatever. For kojic acid, it's only recommended you go between 1 and 5%. To be completely honest, 5% and 4% is like overkill. Like a little goes a long way with kojic acid, like you'll still get results. So just FYI on that. But another thing I've been doing for the last couple weeks is vitamin C on my nipples. And so, you know, nipple lightening, it's something that like I definitely got addicted to maybe in like 2019, and I was using this intimate bleaching cream, and like I got it from, I'm trying to think, Gluta's Best, and so I liked it. It was working, and I was like, holy crap, this is actually working. Because before, my nipples were more of like the color of like a, I would say like a purplish, not completely brown, so like a purpley brown, I don't know. And it got them down to like a peach color, like just like a light peach color. It was really cool. I was very happy with them. But the jar like was like so small. The jar was so small, and it was like $45 plus shipping. And then I remember buying more from her, and then it's like she changed it around to like where the jar is like now even smaller, and like the price went up. So I was like, screw this, I will find my own way of bleaching my, you know, my own nipples. Because I shouldn't say bleaching, because like when you bleach something, like it stays that color, you would continue to have to use these products. So I should just say lightening. So I was like, I'm gonna figure this out myself. And so I used some vitamin C serums on the nips, and like that does help, but you have to be careful. I was using the Drunken Elephant one, just like 15%. It's like, yes, it does work, but it definitely would get them to where like they would peel a little bit and flake. But to be honest, her stuff had it to where they would peel and flake too. So I wouldn't really say that some of these you should use every single day, or you're just always gonna constantly have peely nipples. No one wants that. But I recently made my own vitamin C serum, and that's also on the Patreon, that I walk you through the tutorial of how to do it. And so it's like a vitamin C and hyaluronic acid, and so that has basically allowed me to continue lightening the area, and but also like it doesn't have any peeling. It's really weird. And so it's like I can see that it's changing the color, but like I haven't seen any of the skin come off. And so it might be like the best of both worlds. So for those of you who are like into intimate lightening, you kind of know the process, like what you go through when you're doing something like that. I will be experimenting with making something a little stronger to lighten down the hyperpigmentation that I have like on like the inner creases of like my bikini line, because yeah, it's just hyperpigmentation. And I would like something that obviously is strong enough to work, but gentle enough, because you know, if you look like around like, and this is sound gross, but for some people, if you were to spread their cheeks, you're gonna have like, you know, that darkish color. I want it to where you could like use it around, you know, everything down there and not have any issues. And so that's coming next week on my Patreon. And so I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys, like, whether you just want to order some vitamin C or whatnot serum and do your own lightening thing. But the one that I made is actually ascorbic acid. It's like at 20%. So I would recommend for you guys, if you're gonna buy it, just look for a vitamin C that's like 20%, maybe go 30% if you want, but I am seeing results even just using the 20%. So if you're interested in lightening those areas, then there you go. This stuff actually does work. So a word of caution for people who would also like to use their kojic acid soap twice a day. Not everyone can do that, and so if you start having any sort of irritation, or if you see like little bumps on your skin, that's basically just like a heads up that your skin is getting overworked. So like for my kojic acid body wash, it's not just kojic acid, or I would never be able to use it. Like, it also has other moisturizing ingredients in it too, to keep my skin from, you know, basically revolting, because like that's what it'll do. It'll revolt against you. It'll actually get darker. So I'd just say be careful. But like, you can do it. I would definitely take out physical exfoliation. So if you are going to use kojic acid soap twice a day, don't exfoliate with like a mitt or anything like that, or a scrub. Just use your kojic acid soap or whatever you're using, because yeah, I would definitely could see how people could overwork your skin or just have like micro tears, because you definitely do have some type of chemical exfoliation going on with the kojic acid, like on a micro level. So even though you can't see with your eyes that your skin is like peeling off, trust me, it is. It's really interesting how that works, and I guess that's just one of the benefits, or I guess secrets, to kojic acid, and I think why people everywhere just fall in love with it, because it does do that for your skin. Also kind of random, I had someone ask how was my stretch mark camouflage. Basically it's where kind of like they tattoo over your stretch marks, and it's supposed to last like for 10 years or so. For mine, the ink did not stick. So I would have to go back and basically get another session of it. So just understand that, you know, there is a chance that the ink won't stick the first time around for yours. But also I had someone doing it who was in training, who had never done it before. So I'm not sure if that has something to do with it. And also the first time around, like your first session, some people can do one session and then they're good. Other people need maybe 2 sessions. But you know, she did say that she was going to use a lighter color because she didn't want you to be able to like see the lines. Like, it's supposed to blend in with your skin. And so before I go back to try again, basically I'm going to make sure that the color of my breasts actually match the color of my chest, so it's easier for them, because right now this is way lighter than this is right here. So when they're trying to camouflage, you know, the stretch marks, depending on where your stretch marks are, it's so much more difficult, because like you're literally, it's like an ombre almost. So I'm gonna wait until I've lightened down a little bit, so hopefully within these next 2 to 3 months. But I'm just gonna have to get more aggressive and use my glutathione, but also use other topicals. But yeah, once I get it closer in color, then I'm gonna go back and then try again. So that's just a little update on stretch mark camouflage. I'm not completely giving up on it. Just for me, my first time around, the ink didn't stick to my skin. Yeah, it just, I mean, when it healed, it just still looks the same. It could also be the type of top I was wearing on my way home that same day. The top was pretty tight on there, so I could have messed up the aftercare just by wearing that tight top. So maybe something looser would have been better for, you know, day 1 of getting that done. You know, there's a lot of different things that could have really made it to where it didn't work for me.